it's actually going to work. If this works, that will be amazing. Oh, I'm live. Am I live? Here, Matthew, let me give you a link. Let me give you a link.
I can't I just go to your thing and...
Yeah, no, go to Luke Fader.
Oh, I see you live.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Wait, share your screen on Wait, I can just watch my own live stream, right? Why can't
I'm hearing myself.
Yeah. Echo.
Cool. I just muted your live stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vesuvius Challenge work session.
Hearing myself.
Yeah. Echo.
Cool. Beautiful. I just muted your live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That eel pit thing is disgusting.
Challenge work session.
Hearing myself.
Yeah. Echo.
Cool. Beautiful. I just muted your live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That eel pit thing is disgusting.
Challenge work session.
Hearing myself.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Matthew?
The what?
Oh, it's just funny that did you not hear it looping?
I did hear that. Yeah. That's what you're referring to.
Yeah, that was
very
pretty funny.
Annoying.
It's a very J Schlatt kind of joke, you know?
It is.
Okay.
Muy bien.
So, here's what we're going to do. You can see my whole Firefox window, right?
Yeah, and it's, no, not there. Now I do.
Yeah, so I think there's like a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Which is not good. Can I go back and change the settings?
Can you?
Edit. Customization. Slow mode, no. Working on viewer for scroll prize. Yeah, no, I don't think I can change it now that I've started. That's so sad. Okay, how many concurrent viewers do I have? It says I have 0. Are you viewing me right now, Matthew?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sadly I am.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a new window in the Visual Studio Code program. Go away, Monakai Pro. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's, is it this one? No. Is it? No, it's not. I know it isn't. Open recent. Scroll Kaggle. Yeah, this one. WebGL Volume Raycaster. So this guy, we can just close. This guy. Here we go. Here we go, bestie. Slay, girl boss. Oh, it's still running. What?
Do you say slay, girl boss when you're at work?
No, unless I'm sometimes I'll say it deliberately to be funny.
And ever gotten a laugh?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I started a Python server, or just an HTTP server, where I happen to be using Python on localhost, and so now I'm gonna go to it in Firefox here. So we go to localhost 8000, and we get the scroll viewer. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful?
That is majestic.
Doesn't it? Look at these beautiful Minecraft-looking blocks.
Very nice.
Yeah. I am so happy with this.
Oh, so is that the ink?
So, no. You see this white stuff?
Yeah.
That's ink.
Okay.
And we can change... Here, we can isolate a layer. Wait, why isn't this working? Why is the FPS so high? That's not supposed to be high. But there it's... Okay. Weird. Isolate single layer, uses min layer. Why doesn't the layer isolation work? That's weird. But, So here we can change it. Yep, so that works. Right?
Oh, I can... Okay, yeah.
Does this make sense to you?
A little bit. Cookie, I might need a little help to... Can you just, Yeah, can we talk about the HTML stuff in a little bit? It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah, HTML? Here, we can just talk about HTML right now.
Okay.
Let me get it via...
Can I share my screen with you?
Yeah, but that'll be really weird because I'm on a live stream, right?
That's a good point.
So if we go to my live stream here, can I just end stream? Should I?
Don't end stream. Don't end stream.
Okay.
We can just talk like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you just pull up the HTML code?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. It's been a long time since
Don't be
I've done
sorry.
something like this. I'm gonna like pour tons of hours into this and make it look pretty. I have spring break this week,
Nice.
but I need a little refresher. So, what is? Okay, my main question is, what is this junk? The
What?
middle junk.
What
Where
middle
are?
junk?
This looks different. Here's just different colors.
Yeah, mine's just different colors because I'm weird and I customize it.
Okay, so like the middle junk, where it says like min layer, max layer, min layer, max layer.
Uh-huh.
What is that?
So those are buttons that you can use that appear here, which you can use to like cut off parts of it. So you see how this isn't a circle, see how it's like cut off? That's because it's cut off here. So if we change this to like 560, then now it's not cut off on one axis, and then 560 on another, and now it's no longer cut off at all.
Okay,
Make sense?
beautiful. Yes. So my question is, okay, never mind. Well, I don't know. I probably can just watch like a 20-minute YouTube video and remember all of this.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll let you know if I have more questions, but okay, I'm sorry. That was very useless.
Don't be
30
sorry.
seconds.
Do not be sorry. Oh, I need to figure out how to add text to the stream. So when people join, like it has like yellow text in the corner that says what I'm working on.
Okay.
How do I do that? Matthew, help me debug OBS. Do you see OBS here?
1 second.
Add color source. Text.
Whoa.
Create new text. Okay. Whoa! Text.
I don't see any text yet.
Hello world. Let's move this out of the way. Cool. And then font Arial. So we'll do current task : black and white theme. Text transform none, color. Let's make this yellow. I don't know. This is being very slow. Let's look at my resources. Oh, that's so ugly. Oh man. Fine, we'll just keep going. It would be so funny and so horrible if. What training epic are we on? We're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So theoretically, if I wait. Oh, just another 3 minutes, and then my training's done. Okay, that's not bad. Matthew, are you still there?
I am.
Cool. Let's make this bold. Okay.
Yeah, your text is pretty ugly.
Oh yeah, totally. Don't you like how big it is?
It's beautiful. Make it like black.
I'm gonna put it up here. Yeah. Alignment left, vertical alignment. Why can't you? What does outline do? Background color, black. Enable anti-aliasing. Why can't you add text wrap? Where's the text wrap? Oh, maybe that's what you do here. Yeah, what if I just keep it there?
Okay, you might want to make it a different color. It kind of, the white gets lost in the white. There you go, that's better.
In the bottom left there?
Yeah.
Maybe I make it a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay. And I can edit that later to update the task.
Yeah.
Why is it that when you isolate... Yeah, I guess that really is just it being fast. So I do need to add something that like... Because the FPS is super high right now. And
Yeah, mine
want
was
that.
weird too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember we had problems with that.
Yeah, like I don't need 150 FPS of scroll viewer.
Yeah, no, but see, when it's like the full scroll, it's like 60. So I thought like maybe there was something built into the like boilerplate that I started using, but I guess not, because I guess I just got lucky like with my computer and stuff. So yeah, this is pretty cool though, isn't it?
It is.
And I'm live. Should I advertise this in the Discord?
Probably no.
Why not?
You do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Like.
Well, that was the idea. Is I'd like get to like meet people and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Look at this. So I think I want to add a black and white theme first.
What do you mean?
So see how this color is like a gradient?
Yeah, you want it to be just black and white.
Yeah. So there's these different ones. So there's like this rainbow one. That one's really ugly. The best one is this one, the green one.
Yeah, you're on a little bit of a delay. So.
Yeah. Do you see this green one though?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, the green one's good. But I want to add a black and white one, because that's what you also use when you're like doing training and stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. What? This might be a really stupid question.
There are no stupid questions, Matthew.
There are stupid questions.
No, there are.
What? Never mind. Never. No.
No. What's the question?
I don't know. Nothing. Never mind.
No. Ask me the question. Wow, this is my computer's struggling. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wait for this training run to finish before I start like advertising this stream to people.
What do you? So you're like doing machine learn training?
Yeah.
That was a bad sentence.
I'm doing machine learning. Like my typing is like super delayed. Black -2 -white.png. This, we can close these also. These are massive. These are like 10, and they're like 4,000 pixels. Discard. Close. 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 Discard. Close. Discard. Close. Discard. Close. Discard. Cool. Now we can open black to white. Open with GIMP. Ta-da! Look at that.
Wow.
See, so now you can just make this all white. And I think we want a gradient. How do you do gradients in GIMP again? No. No. Gradient. Here to here. And then color to color, and then it's like this to that. Yep. Look at that. Ta-da. Gradient. Linear RGB. No. CI. Shape. Linear. Repeat none. Yeah. Dithering. Sure. Mode normal. Yep. Yeah. This. Go ahead.
What's this copyright crap? You don't actually own, like, you can't copyright. Isn't copyright like real?
What? No, if you make something, you have copyright rights to it. And
Really?
the license you're reading says, I have copyrights, but anyone can use it for whatever they want.
Huh.
Basically. So if you read the actual language, it kind of says that, but it's in this, like, indecipherable legalese. Export. Replace. Export. Save layer. Offset. Save resolution. Sure. Okay, I mean, it's just a PNG file, right? So now if we, like, reload this, does it, like, load? No, I think I have to add it manually, the new gradient that I've added. Did you just hear someone yell?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, my roommate's yelling from the other room.
About?
Oh, he's just playing video games, too. He's on a Discord call as well.
Like yelling good or yelling bad?
Yelling like, oh, man, I just lost my COD match.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, poor thing. Good for him, though. Okay, so we're going to call this one black to white. And then it's going to be called black to white. And then we're also going to make one called white to black, if it looks good. Okay. Wait, it's still not here. Save. Reload.
Oh.
I don't see it.
That makes so much more sense.
What?
I don't know. I'm just now figuring all this crap out just by clicking stuff.
What exactly are you figuring out?
I don't know. This is much more complicated than I remember.
HTML?
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, my training finished. Here. Let's look at the output image and see how well it predicted. Oh, look at that. It predicted horribly. Do you see that?
No, your thing's on a little delay.
You'll see it now. Um, that's absolutely horrible. That's so sad.
Huh. So you tried to get it to detect ink?
Yeah. So like here. So what it means is it means that my model is overfitting.
Hmm.
Which means that like people are not people. So I trained it on like the bottom half of a scroll, and it wasn't. I don't know how it was doing. I wasn't really paying attention. But then I try it on another part of the scroll that the machine learning algorithm has never seen before,
Uh-huh.
and it did not do well. So you see this like black outline here. The inside of that
Uh-huh.
is supposed to be like ink. The
Yeah.
outside's supposed to be black, but it's just all over the place. So,
Yes.
does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it still says I have 0 views. That's so funny because you're viewing.
I am.
And I was viewing too.
Do you see my text in the chat?
Yeah, hi, so cool, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Super beautiful.
How's the computer doing here? Not great. How do we increase the bit rate of the... That's going to annihilate my machine, right? Current task black and white theme. Display capture, audio input capture. Settings? Stream? How can't you... Ignore streaming service setting recommendation. Maximum video bitrate, maximum audio bitrate. This is saying... This is also like... Oh yeah, no, it's right now. How do you change the bitrate? How do I know my bitrate? Close. Webcam, manage, edit. How do I know my bitrate? Huh. Advanced. Nothing. Video. Video output currently active. Yeah. General, maybe? No. Why? How do you set your bitrate? OBS set bitrate. If you want pixels, change the video. This is optimal for bitrate. Your village. Settings. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I have to stop the stream? Oh, just output.
No.
Video bitrate. No, I can change this. 4,000. Man, that might be a lot. There. Yeah, that's fine. Enable advanced encoder settings. How's my audio?
I've had it you muted.
Okay, could you check the audio on the stream?
Yes.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I mean, it sounds fine.
Okay, good. How blurry is my screen?
Like I can read text and such.
Okay,
It's fine.
interesting. Let's still try increasing this. Apply. Yeah, this might ruin things. I don't know. Yeah, this is being slow. What else can I close here? Do not care about my environment variables. Close that. Oh, we can close these for sure. Oh yeah, here, look. So you see this E? It's supposed to be that.
Oh.
And see, it just came out horrible. But this, if I could get this output, that would be like perfect, you know?
Yeah.
That stinks. Just means I'll have to try something else. Close this. Don't save. Let's git commit here. Stop this. Git add a git commit message. Progress did a full 5 epoch run on the bottom of fragment 1 didn't work. Git push. Cool. Oh, there's no. I haven't set up a GitHub repo. OBS, need that. Firefox, need that. We can close some things here. Can we? Yeah, we can close these. Close. Here, you can watch with me. Close. It's just the ResNet. Close. Whoa. Close. How's my live stream doing? Open widget. Okay, yeah, I think my stream actually just like dips down, so it's fine. Are you still there, Matthew?
I am.
Okay. Do you want me to start advertising the stream and like I actually start working?
Sure.
Okay. Here, can you still see? Yeah, current task, black and white theme, perfect. And then
I'll remove. Just
what?
nothing.
Okay. Why doesn't this load the color map? I might have to clear my HTML cache. Ah, here we go. Look at that. Black and white theme. What do you think, Matthew?
Whoa. So cool.
Yeah. All right, now let's. Here, I'm going to change my OBS thing. Oh, how do I change text? Text. No. How do I? What? How do I just like change the content of the text? Properties, filters, here. Add themes. Okay. Yeah. Cool. We'll make this. I don't like this one at all. Let's add a like yellow theme that kind of looks like a scroll. I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
Not this one. This one. Black to white copy. Rename. Yellow. Parched. I like that. Open with GIMP. Come on, GIMP. Here we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this all black. We're gonna draw a gradient. Oh, gradient tool, perfect. And draw the gradient tool all the way over to the end. We go color. So it's the. Help me choose a color, Matthew.
What for?
So this is gonna be like a yellowish, like parched theme. I think that for the top color, and then like this for like the final color. So that's kind of what it looks like here. I think that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, the stream has to catch up.
Oh, okay. Now you can see the whole thing, right? But it's like really thin.
Yeah, I might make it a little. Yeah, I guess that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
It's got the Matthew approval.
See,
amigo. Export. Okay, so now that we have it exported, we're going to go to Visual Studio Code here, and we're going to add it to the list of color themes. We're going to call it Parched Yellow. And here, we're going to call it yellow-parched, because that's the file name. Now we're going to go back to our scroll viewer, reload the page. It should come up as Parched Yellow. What do you think?
the stream's gotta catch up. Bum ba da bum. Oh, that is nice. That's very nice.
I don't know. I almost think it being darker would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little.
Should be more vibrant.
I don't know. The muted is kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like the green the best. What do you
Okay,
think?
Pookie. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I like the black and white,
Yeah, black and white's also
but
good.
yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, all
All
good.
right, bye. Love you.
Where are you going?
I just gotta do crap. I gotta clean my room. I've been putting that off for like 3 days.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Love you, Matthew.
Okay, bye, Pookie. Love you.
Bye. Did he hang out? Am I all alone now? No, he's still on the phone. Cool. Um. There's Where's the like shareable link? Stream URL? No. Can I just view myself? Settings? No. Webcam? How about I just go to YouTube? And then, yeah, here we go. Vesuvius Challenge work session. Perfect. Go to YouTube. And then, yeah, here we go. Vesuvius Challenge work session. Perfect. Go to YouTube. And then, yeah, here we go. Vesuvius Challenge work session. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. It's like go to YouTube. And then, yeah, here we go. Vesuvius Challenge work session. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. It's like go to YouTube. And then, yeah, here we go. Vesuvius Challenge. Questions? Okay. Alrighty, so I think this looks fine-ish, but this yellow one I think could be better. So let's go to GIMP here. Can you change the gradient here and it'll update? No, because we saved. So we go here to here to make the gradient. Our darkest color is going to be this really dark brown. Our lightest color is going to be really light. We export. And then I think it's saved. So now let's dismiss this. Hard reload here. Parched yellow. Yeah, I don't know. Does that look better? I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's improve the yellow. So can you? No, you can't just change the color again because we saved, like I just said. Here to here. Alright, so for a dark color, maybe we try this. Who knows? Maybe yellow, more of a yellow, and then like dark. I really don't know. And then for your light color, maybe something more like that, some darker. Whoa. Cancel. I hit the wrong key. Export. There we go. It's exported. Reload the screen. And here we go. Parts yellow. And no, I think that looks even worse. I think there's like something here where I'm doing a linear gradient, but you should have like 3 like keyframes almost on the gradient, and that's like what makes it look good. So if you look at this like green, which is by far my favorite, I don't think this is a linear gradient. So actually, yeah, we know for certain it's not a linear gradient because here's the file, and you're like jumping to like 3 different spots here. It's not just one color to another, it's one color to another color to another color to another. So let's try that in GIMP. Does GIMP support linear RGB shape? Linear, radial, conical, shaped spiral? I don't see a 3-point gradient, but that's okay. We can just do the bottom gradient to this, to the middle, roughly the middle. We don't have to be too precise here. Yeah, something like that. Cool. And then this, whoa, no, leave that there. So let's switch tools, back to the gradient tool, grab here, and go here, and then we'll make this spot even brighter. Whoa, no. So let's select the right half of this. We only affect the right half because we were also messing up the other part. And now from here to here, we want a gradient of that. We swap the colors. So the first color here is the same as it was before, and it's like there's continuity. And then for this one, we're gonna make it like super yellow, I think. So like yellow, yellow, yellow. But yeah, I don't know. Faded white's probably also okay. Like that. Cool. So now it's kind of hard to see in GIMP, but if you export here and then switch back to the scroll viewer, reload, force reload to clear the cache, parts yellow. Ooh, that definitely looks different. I'm not sure it looks better. I don't know. I could probably play around with these all day. This is probably good enough. And again, the green one is by far the best in my view. So we'll just stick with this. What else can we improve? Well, so I have these like layer minimums and maximums here. So if I change this to like 100, then you're like cutting off different parts of the scroll. So, you know, eventually you can adapt this into like isolating certain parts, or like, you know, isolating certain like unwrappings, where if you like unwrap a certain part, you can only see that like layer of parchment. But right now they're just like numbers. So let's improve this so that it's like a slider and it's far more like responsive. I'll update my current task. I don't know if anyone's even watching, but it doesn't really matter. I'm having fun. How do you change text in OBS? Here we go. Current task, add sliders. Okay. All right, cool. So I still want to keep the numeric input, but I also want to have a slider here that you can slide back and forth to like adjust your things and like see it change in real time. I think that'd be really nice. So HTML slider. How to create range sliders. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, there's a range input. How are you going to keep that the same as your number input here? HTML number and range input. Let's take a look. Defines control for entering a number whose exact value is not important. How you can set attributes on what numbers are accepted with the attributes below. Always add a label tag. No. That's not what I have in mind. Show range value. So one thing you could do is you could just have like a different function where like if I update the number, it'll go through and like update the range, and if I update like the range slider, it'll go through and update the number element, which is already here. That's really messy. I don't want to do that. If there's something off the shelf that I can grab that has those two connected, that would be really useful. But I don't know if that exists. Let's try ChatGPT. I want an HTML number input as well as a slider. They are connected, so when you change one, the other changes. Is that possible? It's going to say, yes, it is possible. Here you go. Okay. Yes. This is one of the annoying things about GPT-4 and also 3.5 is that, like, if you want it to, like, just complete something for you or, like, give you, like, the short answer, it always assumes you're a beginner and it just, like, explains everything to you in minute detail, which is not a bad thing by any means. But especially for GPT-4, that can be really annoying because it's a very big model. It's very slow. Or so I'm told. It's a big model. They won't tell us. But this seems, right, this seems correct, right? And then sync inputs. But how do you know which one has changed? I guess you're using a target. You change the value of one input, code line for input, based on the other. So my concern is, like, with this code is, like, if I have a number and I have a slider and I change the slider, does it update the number and does it know which one to update and not update the one you just changed, so it, like, doesn't negate your change? I think this might do that. I'm just staring and not actually reading. But yeah, you have a target. Where does the target come from? Sync inputs element target equals number input. I don't like this. Write this to be as small as possible. Ideally one line of HTML. Save and submit. If we take a look as this generates, I'm gonna move this over here. See, it's really slow. If you take a look at, like, what I'm doing right now, I just have a function update miscellaneous values, which, like, grabs all your stuff, so it gets you, like, near clip, your far clip, all of these inputs, which are, like, specified here, down here. It's hard to see. Like, all these values, it just grabs all of them in one go, updates the variables, changes your bounding box, and then you're done. And then it just kind of affects the changes in the next render loop, which is 1/60th of a second away. So it's instant. Yeah, I guess you could kind of do what GPT is advocating for here. So if we go here, put it back here so you guys can see it all nicely, see what it says. On input, sync this. Oh, this is interesting. With just one language as well, it requires some JavaScript, yeah. Example creates a number input and slider input both initially set to 50. The sync function handles the connection between the inputs, then when one changes, the other updates to match. Can I have many elements, pairs of inputs like this? Will they conflict? And then spell pairs and inputs correctly. I'm worried because, like, this function you're passing this, which is, like, I don't know. We'll see what it says. Is anyone actually watching? I don't think anyone is. It says one watching now. I think that's me, though. It's so sad. Oh, I have 4 subscribers. That's more than I used to. Yeah, cool. Well, if you are watching, feel free to say hi in the chat. I am here to have a good time. So here what it's doing is it's also just passing an instance of this. Oh, but it has another data sync tag, which I guess is not valid HTML, but who the heck cares? We've added, pair of inputs with unique ID, slider 2, the data sync attributes user, another remains the same. Oh yeah, no, I really like this. This I think is quite good. So let's move the window over here. Let's pull up our good friend, the Visual Studio code, and let's implement this. So what number should we start with? Let's start with your FOV, because that value is really just very easy to see your changes, and it looks kind of cool. So move the window over here just for context. We've got our nice little scroll friend here. You change the FOV to, let's say, 100. Look at that. It's all zoomed out. And no, the rendering's still correct. Good. 40, now it's like super flat. I think an FOV of 0 is an orthographic projection. I don't know exactly what that relationship is. I mean, we can just see. I mean, this looks pretty orthographic, right? But it's some kind of like asymptote. Yeah, no, 0 is just nothing, probably because it's a division by 0. If you change the FOV to like 0.001, then, whoa. Yeah, that's not correct. It has something to do with like the focal length of the camera. I'm not super familiar with it. Well then, wait, what number is a orthographic projection? Is it 10? No? Yeah, that's still not orthographic. You can still see some perspective. That's another thing we should add. It's just orthographic, because then you can like look at it top down, and we should have like customizable backgrounds. All these great things. But for now, we're gonna add our input sliders. So, ChatGPT here wants me to add. Everything here is the same, but the data sync element is new. So we're just doing this with our FOV element. We're going to add a data sync FOV input. Cool. I'm going to make this a proper like paragraph too, so it's not all compressed to one line. There we go. So that's your numeric input. And now we need to add a range, or like a slider input. So we'll copy this. We will paste. We'll ID this FOV range. Type is going to be range, value 60, min 20, blah, blah, blah. On change, we're going to update the projection matrix, which is the same thing we were always doing. And then for data sync, it's going to be FOV, input. We're just going to call them inputs and ranges in FOV range. So this seems quite reasonable. This is going to add a new slider. Let's take a look at the new slider we just added. Whoa, moved the window a little too far there. We'll open up. Wait, where'd my Firefox go? Here it is. Let's open up the new scroll viewer. Now we have a slider. Look at that. Isn't that a nice little slider we got there? Obviously, this needs to be vertically aligned. This number input should be changed to be smaller. It should be changed to look cooler. It's way too wide, of course. But it seems to be a working. Whoa. How'd that happen? Why did FOV change? Oh yeah, I know why. It's because it loads with a default value but doesn't actually load it into the render, and then when you change a value in these inputs, it also updates the render. Makes sense. So let's go back to our code here. And we need to actually change the code of our update projection matrix function. Update projection matrix, here we go. And so let's take a look at, let's put ChatGPT over to the side here. Sorry, you can't see it. Sync. So this is the function ChatGPT spat out. Let's clean this up so I can read it a bit better. It's just one line, and you're setting the value. Get element by IDE dataset sync. Where does it get dataset from? Is that like actually a thing? Element dataset sync dot values updated to the element value. What on earth? Here, let's ask ChatGPT to see what it means here. What does the e.dataset.sync mean? No. Oh, I should send this to my college friends. Group me. In the provided example, use the element object passed to the sync function from the output. Key data set represents non-string mac object containing attributes. The sync attribute in this case is a custom data attribute. Oh, I didn't know that. So a data dash attribute is like a thing that's like actually part of the HTML spec, apparently, if I'm not mistaken. HTML data attribute. I'm looking this up in another Firefox window that you might not be able to see. Oh yeah, no, that's like an actual thing that you can pull from HTML. I learned something today. That's cool. Very cool. Okay, so what this means is it means that this line of code is pulling the sync value, sync value of here. And so does that mean that these should actually be switched so that FOV input refers to FOV range? So it's FOV range here, and FOV input here, update projection matrix with an instance of this. We go here, we take, don't care about that, so we'll comment it. Go down here to update projection matrix, E. Document get element by ID to that. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is kind of interesting. It's weird though because we have like two paradigms here now. We're getting. Oh, hey, question. Question from Stefan. Hey, Luke, this is awesome. What are you using for the volume rendering? Very good question. Thank you for the kind words. I am using WebGL. So how it works is I took the like TIFF files, the .tif files. I loaded each one, and then I like stacked them into like a 3D matrix or tensor or whatever you want to call it. And then OpenGL, apparently, I like learned this as I was working on it. OpenGL and like most graphics like languages have a 3D texture like data type. You can just store a 3D texture. And because of this, it's very, very simple to just convert a 3D like Python like NumPy matrix to like a .raw file is what it's called. So this is the full uncompressed 150 megabyte. You can see it here, 560 by 560 by 478 voxels, just loaded into your GPU's RAM. And you do this with WebGL, so you can see this is the actual file itself. And then you have to render it. So you have it sitting in your GPU memory, and then you use a shader here. Is this the shader? No, this is not the shader file. This is the shader file. I've never used WebGL before this project. I like took like a boilerplate, and then I've been like adding stuff to it. But you have this like fragment shader. From my understanding, a fragment shader is a shader which is applied in parallel to every pixel, I believe. But what you do is you get this like you get your camera matrix, you get all these like fine attributes about your camera and what you're showing, and then you just step through the volume and you sample the volume at the distance of like from the angle that your camera is at, and then you just add up the densities at those places from which you sample. I'm not explaining that very well, but the idea is like if I pull up Paint, so I have like some scroll which is loaded into memory here. It looks something like this horrible can. And then I have some like camera here. And then my camera looks out at a certain like position and distance and rotation and perspective projection and all these things. And it sends out these like rays. So like for one ray, you like sample here, you sample here, you sample here, 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 here. And then you just add those up. So like the density here is 0, the density here is quite high. You kind of add that up iteratively, and then you can kind of render it that way. It's just called a volumetric renderer. If you Google WebGL volumetric renderer, you'll get tons of results. It's pretty cool. In my opinion, I didn't know this was possible until before I'd discovered the scroll prize and stuff, or Vesuvius challenge. But it seems to be working pretty well. I think that when I start loading larger volumes, namely the fragments and eventually the full scrolls, it's going to get really hairy, because with this you can just take the uncompressed data, load it into your memory, 100 megabytes, no big deal. That's just a normal Chrome tab. But the fragments are 30 gigabytes, so I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of level of detail for this. It'd be really cool to somehow integrate this with whatever I write in Python. Oh, I see the comment. Sorry, I'm not. I'm just kind of rambling here. So cool. I was wondering if you'd use VTK or some other render. You've basically written it yourself. I love it. Thank you. Considering using 3D textures for some other applications, this work, but it didn't occur to me that one could just make a volume renderer that way with a custom shader. Yeah, it's surprisingly simple. I want to open source this in a couple days as I polish this up. Right now the code base is super messy. But you're more than welcome to play with it. I have no idea what VTK is. I'm guessing that's something similar to Qt or something. But yeah, no, it's a nice little trick. So what else are we doing here? Right now we're adding sliders so we can adjust the FOV. I definitely want to add this before I open source it. What else? Yeah, just kind of clean this up. Probably add some performance gains. It'd be nice if you could put it on a website and then just load the whole volume. That might be weird because the volume's really big, and I don't know if I want to pay for a server that hosts a 130 megabyte file every time someone visits it. But that might not be too bad. You might be able to put it on GitHub. But yeah, let's keep going. So we have our FOV slider. So we've got the slider. Let's pull up VS Code here. And so we're getting our value, and we're trying to sync it with the other value as it changes. We're going to save this. We're going to reload and change this. Oh, look, there you go. It's working. The step count is quite high. Yeah, you can just slide it around and adjust your FOV. Let's change our step value here to 3. Over here in the HTML, so the step value is now 3. And then yeah, this seems pretty good. It'd be nice if this numeric value changed with the slider. Let's see if we can do that. Because the updating's kind of counterintuitive. And the range is too big as well. No one ever really wants 120 FOV. Let's do 100. Min is 50. Once this works with all of them, we should be able to load some stuff. VTK is a big heavyweight visualization tool that I think has JS bindings. This volume viz, much more. But it's a lot more involved than what you have here. Cool. I didn't know they had volumetric rendering pipelines. I imagined, most of the stuff that people put into this, of course there's volume cartographer and stuff like that that's scroll specific, but most of the volumetric stuff is medical CT scans. That's going to be super dinosaur software where it's running on Windows XP and it's some desktop application. I didn't realize they had existing in-browser stuff. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. But for now, I think I'll also be using this. So we want this to update. We want this number to be updated as we move the slider. So let's see what our little friend here says. Is there a way to call the onInput function as the slider is moved? And it's going to say, yes, there is. It's very simple. as the slider's moved. I don't think that's true, buddy. The event is triggered in real time. I really don't think that's true. Yeah, it's only true on release. Maybe that's true in Chrome. Let's open this up in Chrome. Steven says, yes, exactly. It's all old medical stuff. More recently ported. Interesting. Yeah, I bet that is like super good for some things if you can like wrangle that dinosaur. But that's definitely like worth looking into. That's cool. Thank you for telling me about that. So here in Chrome, I'm not sure you can see it because the window's kind of big. If you look here in Chrome, I have the same issue where if I move the slider, it doesn't actually update the input value. That function does not get called like as I move the slider in real time. So it's not a browser-specific concern. This guy is still talking away. You can use both on input and on change browsers. Oh, interesting. So on change. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I just wasn't using on input in the first place. It's probably correct then. Cool. So yes, so that's your FOV slider that we updated. We'll do a hard reload to make sure our changes are propagated. There we go. There, that's really nice. You just change it. Your FOV changes. Wonderful. Let's update all of our values so it does this. Copy. So for like, we'll just start at the top. We will expand this into a full like HTML snippet there. We're going to update this on change to an on input. We're going to update misc values. We're going to add a reference to this in here. We're going to add data dash sync equals FOV range. Oh, this is inside the quote. Data dash sync equals FO, or not FOV range. It's going to be X min layer range. Save. I'm going to copy this whole element. We're going to make this X min layer range type number min max step on input update misc values X min layer input. Okay, so this is going to add a range slider. Oh no, we need to choose to type to range. It's going to add a range slider for one of our like slicing inputs. We'll see if it works. I mean, it certainly won't, but we do have a slider, and I'm sure the JavaScript is throwing a fit. It's throwing less of a fit than I expected because we're passing it a new variable. We're passing it this, and it does not seem to care that it's getting an extra variable that it doesn't know about. But let's add the reference anyway. We'll change this one line here. So you get the element, you find the thing it's supposed to sync with, and then apply, and then sync it to that value basically. Is this saved? Yes, it is saved. Reload the page. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. I can just move it along. You can see it. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Wow. Okay, we gotta add this for all of them. Look at that. Wow, that's very satisfying to play with. I don't like how this guy, like here we're getting like the element by ID, FOV input. Then here you're like getting the element reference by itself. That's probably fine, but it's just kind of weird because it's like two paradigms at once. Such is life. This is going to be kind of grueling. I may not want to do all of this on stream. I might want to switch to something that is a bit more fun. But we'll do it for the X min and X max. Then we're also going to have to add code to make sure the min can never be greater than the max. You're looking at like a negative range because that doesn't make any sense at all. Type becomes range. Value becomes that. We're going to make it 560. 560. Step 1, update misc values. We add references to this. Then we add data dash sync equals x max layer range, and we reference the range on the input, and we reference the input on the range. Dude, so cool. Can't wait for the release. Yeah, me too. I don't mean to be like weird or like, you know, secretive by like not sharing it with you. If you like put your GitHub username in the chat, I'd be happy to add you to the repo right now. It's just super messy. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really cool tool that a lot of people are going to benefit from. So I'm excited. So now our Xmax layer has, whoa, seems to be working. Oh, it is almost working. We need to change the on change reference to an on input reference. It's not a reference, it's like a call, or I don't know what they're called in HTML. On input, yeah, there. So on change becomes on input. Back to Firefox. Reload the page, clearing the cache. Xmin, Xmax, Max. There we go. Very nice. Look at that. Cool. Oh wow, and the negative also works too. Why does that work? Do you see it just fine? Is it like flipped? No, it seems fine. That's very strange. Well, you probably don't want to have to do that anyway. I'll add a check for that. Let's add a check for that. So we go back here to where we update our values, and we say if, there's definitely a way to do this in one line. I don't want to do it in one line. That seems prone to error. If xmin layer input is greater than x max layer input, then x min layer input equals x there. Or you, yeah, that's fine. Like you're gonna, this has to be in parentheses because we're in JavaScript land. That might be weird because you might like be like pushing a value around depending on. Thank you, Stefan. It's very nice of you. You might be able to like push one of the sliders around because it's weird. But let's see what we think. There. It just doesn't. It just doesn't happen at all, which is strange. Why is that happening? Xmin. Oh, you're just setting xmax to itself. Xmin equals xmax. That will actually do something. Yeah, so now it just disappears because you can't show something because the range doesn't make sense. So I'm actually quite happy with this because it doesn't change the values. This seems quite good. Cool. Now we will add so we need to add this for your min and for the y and z as well. But what is that x there for? It's probably a typo on my part. But yeah, this should be pretty good. Yeah, this is great. We'll do a little bit more work on the sliders, but I think there's going to be a lot of tedious work associated with the sliders that is probably not very interesting on stream, although we shall see. So we added for y and z. Excellent. And then index xmin xmax, ymin ymax. The input element goes to its own line. Copy the whole thing on a new line. There we go. And then we make this xmin layer range type range value 0 min 0 max 550 step 1 all good on input on input. Update misc values with a reference to this. Data dash sync equals y min layer range. Why doesn't it like this? Because I forgot quote. Y min layer input. Cool. Cool. Now do the same with the y max. Copy, paste. Now we change it to a range. Type equals range value should be 560. This should also be 560. Min max 560. Step 1. On change becomes on input. We add the references to this. On input. Gotta spell input correctly. I hope this text is like readable in the like bot or whatever. It would be very funny if I like went back and looked at the stream and none of the text was readable. Update misc values. Now we just gotta add data dash sync equals y max layer range. This is what needs to be updated when we update this element. So we flip-flop the references, save, back to Firefox, reload. It's just mad it doesn't have favicon. Okay. Look at that. But I forgot to make this guy here number range. What's wrong with that? Have I not saved? Perhaps. Why isn't this a range input? Why is it a number input here? Oh, because I didn't spell range correctly. That'll do it. Reload. Cool. Very nice. Now we can slice it really conveniently. So if you just want to look at like that part, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Nice. Back to here. Yeah, we'll do it for the Z layer as well. So we move this back out here. Z min layer range type range value max. Yes, it is 477 because these are along the layers. Step 1 on change update misc values. This data sync equals z min layer range, and data sync equals z min layer input. Change your data sync and change this to on input. Input spelled correctly. Z min, Z max. Cool. I don't know what to do with this isolate single layer thing too. The feature doesn't work too well at the moment. But should be fine. Should be able to find something to do with it. The ideal goal is that you can like use this like you would use like whatever it's called, like the image J or the like volume cartographer. So you can like view one layer at a time, you can view multiple layers, you can like draw on it, do all these things. But that is a long way off. But just being able to view a single layer is something I would like to be able to do. And I think that'd be very nice to have. Okay. Let's see if this worked first try. Ooh, that side works. That side does not work. Uncaught type error. Update. Oh, data sync. Yeah, I gotta add this. Z. We're updating Z max. We're updating the range. This is a lot of HTML tags for something that's like very simple. But I guess the obvious response to that is that this isn't actually that simple. But who knows? Wow, we've been streaming for over an hour. Cool. Look at that. You can nice and isolate. Very cool. Let's commit this. Add sliders to layer isolate FOV, commit, and git push, just so those changes are nice and saved. Awesome. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. We can change the color, black to white, parched yellow. I don't like that parched yellow yet. Cool, warm. I mean, the best one is the green one. Nice. Okay, this is coming along. We can expand it to be the whole thing. All of this really fun stuff. Yeah, so we've added sliders. That's great. What should we add next? Yeah, I probably don't want to see my OBS window. I love how it doesn't actually tell me how many people are currently viewing. And it said at one point here in YouTube, this is so funny. It says -1 people were viewing. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Okay. What should we add next? Should we add customizable backgrounds? I think that'd be kind of cool. We also got to remove this test layer thing. Adding a better FPS indicator would be cool. What else would be cool? What else would be cool? Let's think a little. What else shall we do? A better like loading bar would be nice. Obviously these need to be cleaned up. Oh, here's something we can do. We can remove that X. That should not be there. Yeah, it's just a typo. I'm switching between layers. Campfire scroll viewer. Isolate single layer. Does not work. Just does not work. That's so beautiful. Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't that work? It worked at some point. Let's take a look-see at the shader. I think I like had it working, and then I said I don't like how this works. I'm gonna make it better. Then I started making it better, but I broke it in the process, and then I went to do something else, and then forgot, and now we're here. So let's take a gander at the git commit history. There's also just like a ton of files in here that aren't super useful. We also need to figure out hosting. Yeah, you don't care about this. Let's take a look at good old GitHub. Whoa. I don't think you want to look at that. I do think that you want to look at scroll over here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. JS shader sources history added bounding boxes at FOV size near and far clip. That's actually probably not going to be too useful. I do not. What? Oh, okay. So here, like if you just want to like type in, isn't that cool? How you can see like the lines and stuff. Oh, I just love that. If I just type in like 311, does that actually work? Oh my goodness, it does. It's nice and isolated. It's weird because if I turn this to the side, you can see there's like this banding. And I'm pretty sure what happens there is it's like picking up the layer beneath it. and adding 2 layers when there should be 1. I'm not too certain though. Or actually, here's my guess: is the like rendering steps are picking it up twice. That's what I bet is happening. Plus some combination of like being off by a little bit. Yeah, let's add layer isolation. Let's update our OBS text. Add layer isolation. After this, I think we'll do like custom colors and stuff too. Yeah, that's just weird. Be cool to have like 3D mouse support. I don't have a 3D mouse, but it would be cool. It's also interesting because like for each like voxel, there's like this weird dithering effect, and not every pixel and not every voxel is rendered. It used to be way worse. So like if you look at the whole thing, you see the test layer. Wait, so you can see this weird dithering pattern, and that's because it's like, excuse me, it's not making it all the way through. Whoa. But if I like reload it, then you don't see the dithering. What changed there? I think it is something with this. Because you see no dithering here. You can change your theme, blah, 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 do whatever your heart desires, disappear, reappear, all this great stuff. FOV change, it's all fine, change your near clip. I guess it doesn't like that because I haven't updated the function. That's okay. But then why was I just seeing the dithering pattern? That's quite strange. Here, undo it, there. Yeah, I'm not too sure why I was seeing that dithering pattern. I thought I had removed it, and it seems like I have, just not seeing it here. Very strange. Strange indeed. But it seems fine now. So let's add better layer isolation. So we go back to we need to pull up VS Code here. Volume Raycaster JS. If isolate layer input bbox max was min, divided by volume dimensions, yeah, and then you add what is this value? You just need to add the thickness of one layer here. And here you're getting something over, okay, so it's 1 divided by vol dims 2, because the scroll itself is rendered of a size of 0 to 1. It's like normalized or scaled or whatever you want to say to that. So if you just add 1 extra layer, which is 1 divided by the number of layers, when it's scaled to 0 to 1, then that should show you the just 1 layer. Let's see if that's true. See, and there we were seeing the dithering. I really don't know what's going on with that dithering. There we go. That's beautiful. Look at that. Just go. Very nice. Cool. Now we need to update. We're getting these errors here. Whenever I change this value, or change like this value, see how we're getting 18 errors. If I click this again, 19, 20, it's going up. Reason why is because when I go back to the HTML, the reason why is because when I call this, I'm not calling it with an instance of this, this, this. Data sync, and then we need to add, here, we need to add the range. So let's add the range to our near clip and far clip. So, yeah. same old. There. Move over here. Input, paste, update misc values. Min, max, yep. Near, clip, input, range, type, range. Min, max, value. All looks good. Same with our step. On, change, this becomes on, input. On, change becomes on, input. Then data dash sync becomes near clip range. And here, the guy we're talking to here becomes near clip input. We do the same on the far clip as well. So far clip input, this one becomes far clip range, type range, value 50, min, max, step. All looks good. On, change becomes on input. On input. Misc values, yep, that's good. Data spelled correctly. Sync becomes far clip range. Let's get a pow. Far clip input. Save. Excellent. Now we should have sliders. Here's Firefox for our near clip and far clip. So we can, whoa. Oh, these values are like super weird. Hit min, max. The max here should be 50. Should be 50. Step 0.01. Max should actually be something more like 10. 10. Value 10. 0.1 min, max should be 5. Step 0.01, just to make sure that's all good. So now, if I update my near clip value, whoa, why is that behaving so poorly? Oh, because it wants to isolate a single layer, that's why. There, so now this looks normal. Change your near clip. Ah, yes, that looks perfect. Bring this down, and yep, far clip also works. Excellent. So we have a near clip and far clip on our sliders now, but we need to update this checkbox because it's trying to get a data sync when it's not actually doing that. So what we need to do, there's nothing to sync this with, right? So when it tries dataset sync value, it just gets nothing because there's no sibling element to this, like the inputs and the ranges have each other as siblings. So we need to find a way to ignore this if it's null. The most obvious one is, I mean, again, this is the most like JavaScript thing ever. Here, I don't want to think about JavaScript right now, so we'll just ask our good friend here, update this so that elements with no data set sync do not throw an error. Hopefully this will just add a like if statement that checks the like correct null thing, but we shall see. It could be totally off the rails, who knows. Wow, this is complicated. Oh, you just say if e dataset sync, that's it. Yeah, that's not bad. Again, there's ChatGPT making things more complicated than they really are. There. And then add a space there so it looks nice. Refresh. Now, updating this should be good. Yep, that works perfectly. No errors. Excellent. So we've added sliders. Did I say I was going to add something else? Like, did I put that on the OBS thing? Yeah, add layer isolation. That's done. Looks quite cool. See, oh wait, no, this is actually exactly what I mean by it being weird and problematic. Is that this layer actually is showing two layers. It's supposed to be showing one layer. It's supposed to be isolating one layer. But it's showing two layers. The reason I know this is because I wrote this funny that's hard to see here. Let's do No, it's still hard to see. There. This funny, the like smiley that says test layer, but it's upside down. Here. It says test layer, but it's upside down. Nothing close to it should have these like volume things that you're seeing. That's not supposed to be there. So what we need to do is we need to go into VS Code and change our value for the bounding box of our render so it doesn't accidentally pick that up. So let's just change this to like plus 0.0001. So that's like what, 1/10,000th or just 1/1000th, something like that of our volume. So check. Come back around. There we go. Now it's properly isolated. If we change our thing, our theme, you can much more clearly see that there are no extraneous like volumes getting rendered that are from the other layer. So here's the layer behind it. Here's the layer itself. You can see they are good and properly isolated. That's really weird how it's showing that from behind and it's not rendering correctly. So we look here, it looks fine, you know. That's actually quite concerning. Is it only from behind? You know, only with that layer? The other thing is that none of the data actually looks like this of just having a single flat block. So I'm probably freaking out about something that doesn't actually matter that much. Let's think a little harder. But overall, like, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's add customizable background colors. For that, we'll need an HTML color picker. No, like not that. An actual, no. HTML color picker element. Input type color. Oh, you can do that? It just gives you, whoa. That looks ugly though. Using color inputs, validation, example, JavaScript. Oh, that's tempting. That's tempting. But the element looks kind of weird and ugly. This looks way better. I don't like how it has alpha. I don't need the alpha. I don't need the transparency, I should say. What's this? Yeah. Color picker element, input type color. Defines a color picker. So the default value is 0. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, it uses the system color picker. I don't like that. I want something far more elegant. Color picker element, DOM input color element. Is this the same thing? Yeah, no, that's just like the function to get a color. Add a color picker element in HTML, the hypertext markup language. Color picker input box. Yeah, this is all just same thing. How do we fix a color picker? A color picker. Oh, this is. I don't like how it's HSV. I think RGB might make more sense here. Palette, events, API. Tempting. Element, library. Color picker libraries to use in 2021. Best free color picker in JavaScript and CSS. This is going to be a mess. This looks nice. Color picker JS. Just show me the GitHub. HTML color picker, GitHub, color picker. This is like way too complicated. Way too complicated. It's also something I should not be obsessing over too much. Like, it's just a color picker, you know? But, oh, this one looks kind of nice. Including in your project. What, this is telling me to use Gradle? I don't want to use Gradle. What is this for? It's for Java? What? I just want a super simple HTML color picker code, JavaScript, GitHub, color dash picker. Oh, this looks promising. Minimal JavaScript color picker component. Supported only in modern browsers. That's okay with me. Color formats, install, usage, ooh, example, script source. No. Let's add CDN to our search. Easy logic / color picker. Vanilla JS color picker. This seems. Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen this one before. Can I disable the alpha? I don't want an alpha selector. Component options. Type, color, format. Alpha. Okay, well, as we muse on this beautiful color, this beautiful scroll viewer, I'm gonna take a break real quick. Current task. Whoa, that is not what I meant to do. Good old OBS. OBS is quite a fun piece of software. Text. Current task. A. Be right back. Perfect. Okay. Cool. I'll be right back. Like 5 minutes. All right, I am back. Let's change this text back to just custom background color. I spelled back U. Why does that? Yeah, no, I spelled that correctly, but it looks like I spelled it wrong. That's correct. That is what we are working on. Color picker. So we need to find a good color picker. Currently, I found this guy, which I think looks pretty good. I don't know. You can obsess over this for a long time. Language JavaScript, stars, most stars, yeah. What's a good color picker? This one looks kind of tempting. Yeah, I like this. Online configurator tool. Whoa. Initial color value is going to be white. Yeah. Initial alpha. Just alpha. Yeah, I don't care about alpha format. Auto NA RGB. Required preview position, size, palette. You can have a palette. Cool. String notation, yeah. So we're gonna start with this FFF 000 Cool. There and there. Oh, gotta add a hashtag. Very nice. Now we're gonna add a couple more colors here. I really like this color. I've been using that color for as long as I've known HTML. It's a very nice dark. Position, bottom left, yeah. Smart position, background color, border radius, 0. Enter. That looks 2 maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Hue pad. Yeah, HSV, that's good. Width, height, control border color, close button, sure. It's text. X. No, that looks bad. Shadow, no shadow. Shadow color. Wow, they really thought of everything here. Let's make it a lighter shadow. Softer shadow. No shadow. Yeah, let's do something like that. Is anybody like watching this? I don't think anyone is. I guess I don't think I would watch myself obsess over color pickers. So here we are. But I do like this color picker. This is quite nice. Oh hey, all the stuff we put in is there. Makes sense. I mean, should we just make a script for this? I don't like that. But link there. Save. Don't want to save the web page though. Click that a little too quickly. Online configurator tool. Now we just need this on a CDN. Please tell me it's on a CDN. Come on, CDN. CDN.js. Is this the correct one? Yeah. Yeah, I know this is. I'm pretty sure. Just adding random scripts to my project. What could go wrong? Back to the scroll viewer. Nothing crashed. Excellent. Now we need to add p id equal background color select. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then yeah, background color select. We need to add color here. So example, input class my color value gold, color gold. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me all the time. Maybe I don't know if that part's needed, but let's just take a look at gold. Just says gold. That's funny. Class my color. Yeah, this should work. 4K no worky. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me. Yeah, you definitely. Oh, do you have to like add something to the script? I don't like that. I'm having second thoughts, but let's go with it anyway. Oh man. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me. Is this the right one? This is different. Oh yeah, this is actually a different library I was looking at. Yeah, no, there's a different way to add this. JS color, input value, data JS color. Oh, this is so much better. We don't want this. We have that. We have that. Here we just put in that. Save. Reload. Hey, look at that. That's far more tolerable. Far more tolerable. Excellent. Wayne Strange Brain says, "Wow, you're doing it right now." Yeah, that is the current plan. I want to add this. So right now the background on the scroll viewer is white, and I want to be able to let people make it whatever color they want. We will see how far I get, but we have this new nice color picker here. So now we need to take when this color is like changed by the user. You actually need to update your renderer. I don't know how difficult that's going to be. It could just be on input equals console.log. Can you do that? Just console log in on input. I think so. Let's find out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can. Okay, so the on input works. We're going to do update miscellaneous values. Cool. What is this 399FF0? What's that color? Oh my goodness. One thing that really frustrates me about Google is like, so if I just search color picker, it'll come up with a color picker. Now I gotta paste this in, and it's not gonna take me to that. Why won't it take me to that? Is it even the correct number of hex characters? I have so many questions. Oh, yeah, it's the incorrect number of hex characters because it has an alpha channel. Yeah, it's just like some blue. We want it to be white, actually, so FF, yep. Now you reload, you force reload to clear the cache, and yes, it loads correctly. Very nice. So now we need to grab this color value, set it to the background color in our shader, which will be very non-trivial. We need to ID this as, yeah, just change the ID to this. That should be good. And then also just write yep, so that looks correct. JS. Or no, actually we don't need to look anything up here. So here we get it. You set the palette. How do you grab the value? Is it just like a normal? Let's inspect. IDF here, input. How do you get the value? Let's see what the documentation says about getting the value. Maybe where here? Yeah, let's find an example. On change and on inputs. Yeah, edit source. On change is update. Call this update function. Where's the update function defined? Full screen editor. Yeah. Function update picker selector. Document, query selector, style, background. Where are you? Picker.to background. What on earth? That doesn't make sense. Adding color pickers dynamic. Basic use palette. Color with alpha. Custom. Yeah, that doesn't even have any JS. Presets and custom theme, customizing defaults, form with transparent color preview, custom value element, adjusting position, instantiating new color pairs, getting current color. Yeah, isn't this all you would ever care about? Document get element ID, HTML, picker. Where does this picker element come from? Function update. Oh man, do I have to add a specific? Oh, Wayne asked a question. Okay, so is this going to be a viewer for like adjusting the contrast of the individual scroll slices? Great question. So I'm not. There's a couple of different things you can adjust. Right now, I have built-in support for different color maps. So you know I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Vesuvius challenge, but like the data that we're getting is like a CT scan of these scrolls. The CT scan only has one color. It's 0 to 1. How dense is the material at that location? It's not exactly how dense it is, but that's kind of how you can think about it. So you have this single color kind of value, and depending on what like set of colors you use to visualize that, you can make it look different. So here, this is like a nice green color. This is my favorite, but this is just simple. So the black is a 0 density, the white is a 1 density, the densest. Here's like a yellowish that I tried making. I don't think the yellow looks that good yet. This one is a bit more interesting because you can see it's like just a totally different color at the densest parts. Same with this one, where the densest parts are this like yellow. We can change. Earlier in the stream, I added these nice sliders. So yes, it is 3D. That's making it 3D is very challenging. But yeah, you can look around, you can fly inside of it, all these fun things. But yeah, so right now you can change the color of the scroll itself. Now I want to add the ability to change the color of the white background, because having a white background works for some like color schemes. It doesn't work for every color scheme. I also have this funny test layer. Got a little smiley face there. But yeah, that's the idea. You'll also notice with this scroll, again, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Vesuvius challenge, but like they use really fancy CT scanners. They use particle accelerators to scan the actual scrolls. This is like a test dummy scroll that they just made themselves in a campfire. You can see these like circular artifacts, because this is a far cheaper CT scanner. It's something more like what you would have in a hospital, from my understanding. But yeah, this is a fun little tool. I've been working on it for a while. I plan to like release it to the public soon. I don't know. I want to polish it up and make it really nice and stuff, including adding the ability to change your colors. So yeah. And we have the ability to choose a color, but you need to extract that color, which is very challenging. Thank you. Yeah. So here, these examples, it's saying the diamond light source. Exactly. Optional value formatting, the close button, showing, hiding using API. Why is that? Oh yeah, I guess that is non-trivial. So here it has like a function update picker, and it's like a picker specific thing. Yes, ring artifacts. Yeah, tons of ring artifacts. Yeah, it's it's kind of noisy, and like the data is like massive too. So like this scroll here is like 150 megabytes or something. The actual scrolls themselves, the ones that people want to read, myself included, are like 1 terabyte. The whole scan is. It's nuts how big they are. So this is like just kind of like a toy thing. Hopefully it'll become far more featured in the future, so you can load the whole stinking giant particle accelerator CT scan of the scroll. So you're passing like a picker element. Picker 2 string, text string to RGB string. Picker channel RGB HSVA. Well, we only care about the RGB channels. We don't care about these either. We don't care about the 2 string either. Maybe we do. I think we might care about the RGB string. I don't think we care about the other ones. Update background color. Just do that, and then now we need to update the shader. Oh boy, this will be a bit more complicated. Actually, do you update the shader? Or do you just set the background color here? You might in your JavaScript. Select color map. Yep. Clear color. Ooh, oh baby. So here we're just setting our clear color. So for example, if we change this to 000, and then we go back to this guy, it's gonna be a black background. Yeah, look at that. So we don't even have to dip into shader land for this. And if we look at like the black to white now, oh yeah, that looks kind of cool. Looks like an X-ray. Oh, this is looking really great. Seriously, I had no idea. I'm not entering anything in the challenge at this point. My job's... Oh, cool. Really? If you're familiar with volume graphics, it's looking just as professional. Can't believe you're freestyling this. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the medical industry in general is, you know, it's very slow moving when it comes to technology. Like, I have family members who work in hospitals, you know, and they're using like 10-year-old laptops on Windows XP and all these things. And I bet all the CT scan X-ray stuff is also very behind the times. Yeah, like, you know, there's the volume cartographer tools that, yeah, definitely be trying this. Thank you. Yeah, I am going to broadcast this very, very widely when I feel it's ready. But yeah, hopefully, maybe this will be useful beyond just looking at scrolls. But yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement and just 3D visualizations in general. So yeah. But I love how you can set the background for the renderer in JavaScript, because you're just calling GL clear color here. You're getting these colors. So we just need a good way to save this. The easiest way to save it is to just say var. Can you just save a background? Can you just save a color as a data type? Is that doable? JS background data type. Oh, we don't like that. It's industry and very updated and expensive. Oh, cool. That's good to hear. That is awesome. I'm glad that things are up to date. That's good. Background color green. No, I don't want that. Can you just have a tuple in JavaScript? JS color tuple or tuple. I don't know how you pronounce it. I just read it in books. You're competing with software that's 30K a license. Oh man, that's quite something. Yeah. Parent-child node style color. So this is parsing an RGB string to get. Oh, I do not like that. No. Oh no. Why can't you just have a tuple in JavaScript? JS color object, yeah. The color object, color JS. New color. Wow, this is quite the set of colors. Yeah. Although you don't have color function, you'll be able to. Oh, it's just an array. I'm an idiot. It's just an array. So we just do var background color equals. And then we'll make these point zeros to be fancy. I say both tuple and tuple. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's yeah, definitely one of those words that like no one knows how to pronounce. Like there's like basil and basil, which is a tool I use a lot at work, and they everyone says it differently. It's quite funny, to be honest. Alright, so 2 RGB string. Alright. Background color equals, so we're going to get the picker channel of R there, picker channel of G, the green value, and then we're always going to have an alpha of 1, so it's always going to be completely opaque, which is fine for these purposes because there's nothing behind the background. So there's your RG and B values, so we don't care about this anymore. And then, yeah, now we need to save it, but I'm not sure this is the correct type, and I'm not sure this is the correct scaling. So I think this might be like 0 to 255 when it should be 0 to 1. So let's look at the example again, which is here. So you can see, if we look at this preview, yeah, the RG and B are 255 at white. So it goes from 0 to 255. So we need to take all of these and divide by 255. So now it's on a scale of 0 to 1. And I really hope these are numbers and not strings. That would be a JavaScript moment, as they say, if these were not numbers. Cool, cool. It doesn't crash. Ooh, it does crash. What's having a bad time here? Next HTML. What's causing that? Scroll to the bottom. Yeah, it's just making tons of these because E is undefined. Yeah, so here you need to change this to be update background color, not update miscellaneous values. So now we need to check this guy, data.js. Then we check this example, edit source. Here's color trigger output. Triggers on input on all color pickers when they are ready. What does that mean? What on earth does that mean? Like, is this line required? Oh yeah, no, it's not required. Function update picker, ID color input, JS color, data JS color on input. This alpha is 1. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. There. Okay, so we go here, data JS color. Whoa, color is there. Is that better? Yeah, there's something messed up here. That's correct though. Why do you have to include alpha there? I don't know. And then I guess you don't need this on input anymore. So we save, we go back to our Firefoxy friend. And these values are changing without error. Excellent. Can we like look at the debugger here and actually see breakpoint? If so, that would be glorious. Can we just pause and look at the value? Global. Background color. Here we go. Yeah, no, that looks correct. Yeah, no, those are definitely correct. So now what we do is we go over to volume raycaster. We go up here to where we set our background color. Geo clear color. Yep. Background color 0, 1, and 2. Save. Reload. Please work. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Look at that. So now it's white. Now it's red. Nice. That red looks really rough though. See like a nice subtle black like that. Ooh, that looks way, way better. Oh yeah. and black to white. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. One thing that's weird though is that if you move your mouse up here as you like change the colors, it'll like process that as an input to your viewer as well because the mouse is down. I think that's fine though. We can also just move this lower. See, look, and you can also look at the defaults here. See, again, this is the color I really like. Yeah. Wow, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, this of course needs to be cleaned up, but that's a later problem. Maybe I'm afraid. We should also add a way to like resize the viewport. At some point, I think I want to add like the UI options like cover the scroll. But I think that'll be pretty non-trivial because you'll have trouble telling which part of the you'll have trouble telling where you're clicking and telling where you're if you're clicking on the input, if you're clicking on the 3D viewport itself. But yeah, can you use this to create any kind of surface lines? What do you mean? Do you mean like the like lines that show the pages of the scroll? So you say like, oh, like here's a page of the scroll, like try to read this part. If that's what you're wondering about, the answer is yes, that is an eventual goal. The goal is also to be able to view an arbitrary part of this, like an arbitrary part of the scroll. So I can view the campfire scroll, I can view the scroll fragments that are being used in the Kaggle, I can view the full scroll itself, but you'll have to like load it progressively. But yeah, and you'll be able to like annotate it and like ideally, you know, I'm like writing like a Python classifier, you know, using traditional machine learning to like actually be able to read this. If I'd like to integrate that too, so I can just like sit in my browser and be like, oh, read this part of the scroll, and it'll like call my Python backend and like, and then be like, oh, it says this, it's an alpha. But that's obviously a long way off. That's many live stream sessions away. But yeah, this is coming along nicely. That looks kind of ugly. This parched yellow. Yeah, that's weird. This one's the best one. One of the best, I should say. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along. Yeah, I don't know. What else should I add tonight? This needs to be cleaned up. I think I'll do that. I think my brother will do that. The FPS counter needs to get better, so I can like isolate a lot of it. Whoa. What? Oh, I see. Yeah. See, so like if we're only looking at like a small part of the scroll here. Oh, you know what would be nice would be to add like a... Oh, like determine the boundary between the material and air from the gradient of the grayscale, which Seth and others use to unfold it. I would like to be able to do that, yes. Eventually I'd like to make this like an all-in-one, one-stop shop for reading your scrolls. But that's a very long way off. Once I make this fully featured, I'll release it open source so everyone can look at the campfire scroll nicely. And then I'm going to start working on a way to view the fragments, and then use that with my fragment annotation tools and stuff. Fire red is definitely cool. Yeah, I like these colors. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these... Here, let's view more. Yeah. Like this is kind of cool too. Yeah. What else can we add tonight? It'd be nice to add a script to... How are you dealing with transparency too? I can't... So the transparency is less complicated than you think it is. Um, So the original like scroll layers are 0 to 1 values for each pixel. 0 meaning there's not much there. 1 meaning it's very dense. There's a lot there. And what you do is you take your like scroll volume, you load it into RAM. So like I actually drew this out. So here I am with my scroll, this awkward cylinder. I have a little camera here, and this is like the user's camera. This is kind of the angle we're looking at the scroll here. And the camera is like viewing only a certain part of the scroll. And for each pixel on the camera, you send out a little line. So this is just 1 pixel, this line, and you sample at different points. And you say, how dense is it in the scroll at this point in the line? And so here, it's going to be like a 0, right? Because there's just nothing there. Here, the value is going to be a bit higher, right? Because there's a little something there. So if the value in the CT scan at that point is 0.5, then we put a 0.5 there for that pixel. And then you add that up. So you add all of these together, all the pixel values there. And if all of those are empty, then you're going to see something that's very transparent. If all of those are full on the pixel, if all of them are 1s in the CT scan, then you're going to see something really dense. So in this color scheme, you're going to see something that's red, because red means really dense. In, say, the black to white color scheme, which looks more like the original CT scans, you're going to see something that's white. And then you kind of add that up together. So for the parts that are transparent, you just add a little bit. For the parts that are not as transparent, you add a lot. If that, I don't know, rendering is really weird. It's something that takes kind of some practice and some like goofing around. But the core principles behind it are quite simple. I also need to remove this test layer, and I need to make a script to convert the campfire scroll data, which you download from the website, to your own thing. And I have my own script. It was like something I had ChatGPT make, but it's like living somewhere weird. So let's remove the test layer. Or who knows? Maybe you don't remove the test layer and then you just set your like default max layer. Whoa, why didn't that remove it? Oh, is it deleting from this side? Yeah. You can also just load it like that, and then people can look at the test layer if they want. But yeah, I am isolate a single layer. That looks pretty cool. I don't like how you see the wrong layer from behind. That's weird. So I'm trying to isolate a single layer here. And if I look at it from this side, this is the second layer in the scroll. Looks fine. If I look at it from behind, the view like bleeds through. And from this angle, I'm not actually seeing the second layer. I'm seeing the first layer. That's wrong. That's not good. So I think there are probably ways to fix that. I'm not sure I want to fix it though. That sounds that's awesome. You explained it really well. Thanks. Oh yeah, happy to help. I'm glad you're here. But like to like view individual layers, like I would like to add like a button you click and then you're just viewing it from the top down, one layer at a time. That would be nice. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'll be back for updates. Take care and good luck. Yes, thank you as well. Always great to have visitors. Okay, so we need to do this layer isolation. It's wrong here. It's right here. It's probably fine. But we should add orthographic projection. So let's update our little OBS thing. I might actually go get food too. Current task AFK, comma, then go, then add Cool. All right. Then, okay. Let's stop isolating. Cool. I am back. I don't think anyone's here though. Alright, so we want to add a top-down layer-by-layer view. We can isolate a single layer quite easily. Kind of hard to see because the screen's kind of big, but you can move through the layers quite easily. There's a bug where if you have one layer and you look at it from behind, you see the layer beneath. So this smiley face that says test layer and stuff only exists on the first layer, but here we're isolating the second layer. It says 1 because there's 0 indexed. But if you look at it from here, it's correct. If you look at it from here, it's wrong. I don't want to fix that right now. Not a big deal, to be honest, because usually the scroll data is like not, it's not where something's only on one layer. That's just like a test artifact I've added, kind of. So not going to fix that right now. Labeling it a won't fix in the mental Jira ticket that I have for it. Yeah, so I want to add better layer-by-layer isolation, which means we need to add orthographic projection. What does an orthographic projection matrix look like? I don't know. Right now I have perspective projection, of course. But if I can just like make it so an orthographic projection matrix is just a special kind of projection matrix, which I think it might be, then we will be being chilling. Cool. So that's an orthographic projection. It's just two of a little identity, kind of identity. So if we look at like the current projection matrix, whoa, that's not correct. Run. So if we look at our debugger here, you're making a projection matrix. Looks like this. What is this? So we have this like JS graphics library that I'm using. Here, GL matrix min. GL matrix perspective projection. So that's perspective, right? Perspective from field of view, perspective, yeah. Same deal. Ortho creates an orthogonal orthogonal, orthographic. I say orthographic, but it's probably wrong. Creates that projection matrix with the given bounds. So what we'll do is we'll add a checkbox that says lock to ortho from here. And that should be good. Okay. So, I'll move this window over here. Okay. Looks like viewing a 2D image. Ortho input. Update misc values. This. Cool. Projection matrix. Actually, we'll just call that update projection matrix function. And we'll check this value. I'm running out of energy. Yeah. We're trying to check, this. This is what I'm looking for. You check the dot checked. See if a checkbox is checked. There. Ortho input is what it's called. If ortho I think someone just joined and then left. Cool. If ortho, then we will set our projection matrix to be an orthographic projection matrix. If else, we want a perspective projection, and we will of course just use our existing perspective projection. Now we gotta find out, so projection equals that. Oh man, this is gonna require some thinking. So, we'll put Firefox here, pull up the docs. We have out, left, right, bottom, top, near, far. Well, near and far are quite self-explanatory, because they're the same near and far bounds here. Left, right, bottom, top will be less intuitive. It's definitely the left, right, top, bottom of the screen, of course, but what you set those values to, I'm not too sure about. that will require some thought. And I'm not sure. Well, let's just make one. See what happens. It's going to be something like the perspective one down there, of course, but we shall see. Ortho. Out, left, right, bottom, top, near, far. So there's 4 and then near, far. Let's think. So out. So left. What? I just don't know. What do you set these values to? Oh. Let's see what ChatGPT says. It'll be interesting. Here's an example using WebGL and Gmatrix to create an orthographic matrix. The example setup is the WebGL context. No, I just want you to show me the example line. But this is fine too. I believe in you, ChatGPT. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Do 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 do. I haven't seen The Lion King in such a long time. Wow, it's writing me a vertex shader. Thank you, but that's not what I asked for. And a fragment shader. Wow. Again, not what I asked for. But thank you. It's like when you ask your dog to go get the newspaper and it brings you a dead rabbit instead. That's what it feels like when you ask ChatGPT for a one-line thing. And it gives you a whole program. It's a crazy problem to have, but that your computer is giving you too much help. But it is the case here. Projection matrix uniform. I still don't. Whoa, we got to make positions. I don't want to do that. Oh, these are probably positions for the triangle it's going to render or something. I don't know if it's going to render a triangle. Is that? I don't know. Whoa, it just did -1, 1, -1, 1, -1, 1. Let's try that then. -1, 1, comma. If ortho. Let's see if it actually does ortho though. It may not. Whoa, that's something. That's really weird. It's the whole thing is confined to, I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like the whole thing is confined to a cube in some weird way. And it's I just don't know. That's so strange. Oh, I can zoom in. I can zoom out. This almost looks really promising if it's really zoomed out. Oh, is it applying zooming atop my existing projection matrix? I think it is. Because if I zoom in, I look at the corner of a projection cube. Oh, that's so weird. Look at that. Hello. So yeah, it's on a cube. It's oh man, that's so weird. It's kind of cool though. Kind of cool. So that's your projection matrix. What if we do -2, 2, -2, 2, save, reload. This is normal. Good old perspective projection, which almost looks weird to me now just because I'm used to looking at the orthographic. Ugh. That is weird. the visualize the studio codes. Maybe it's 0.5. Back to Firefox. Good old Foxy friend. Interesting. So here, plus that. Whoa. Whoa, that's, I don't like anything about that. I bet some, why can't we just see anything at all? Why can't we? Oh, probably too far zoomed out. Yeah. Okay. Isolate a single layer, yeah. And then orthographic projection. Boom. That looks so wrong. It's weird. It really does look like it's on a cube. I guess there it kind of doesn't. It looks like you're almost inside a cube. Oh, that's so strange. That's so strange. How can we fix this? Left, right, bottom, top, near, far. Yeah, I mean, like, ones and negative ones should be fine there, right? Like, I think we all agree that's reasonable. It's just like, why does it look like it's on a cube? Why does it look like it's on a cube? Yeah, I don't know, I have more experimentation is required. What did our chat friends say? Just tell me about the orthographic projection. No, okay. It's telling me too much again. I know what this is. Yeah, so I think the first thing that's wrong about this is how you can zoom. You should not be able to zoom. That's just wrong. Oh, it's probably a frustum that we're looking at. Like, you see how it gets deformed like that? It's probably like being put on something. But I don't know. Sometimes it looks like a cube too. So I just don't know. Absolute mystery. It's not that much of a mystery, but it's kind of a mystery. Yeah, I think we are like looking into like a view frustum or something. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know, or what I could know, is that we have specialized zooming code here. And that zooming code, yeah, the arc ball camera. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Arc ball camera. Zoom. Update camera matrix. What's our camera matrix? What is this function? This camera, this inverse camera, this something. Oh yeah, no, that's all reasonable. I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's messing us up too much. What could be the problem? It's also 10, which means I should probably stop working on the GUI and get back to the recognizer. But I don't know. This is interesting. Like this has to get done. Buffer, point dist, clamp, screen to arc ball. That's interesting. For context, a lot of this is like boilerplate code that I haven't inspected too thoroughly. But I don't think anyone's watching. Style CSS, volume raycaster. So where is the projection matrix used? Up here in the render. Set interval clear. Uniform. Arcball camera. Draw arrays. Uniform. Eye. Proj view. Proj. Where does Proj view come from? Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me all the time. Proj view. Where's Proj view set? It's weird. Maybe I'm afraid of how much I love you. Oh, here. It's just created as an empty matrix. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of how much I need you. Maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm the only man who can never help you. Understand. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me all the time. So, well, Proj is just something. Proj is what we know. Camera.camera. Whoa, not far clip. Camera.camera is interesting. It's what's being set. Yeah. It's going to be referenced in many places. Camera's new arcball camera. Default eye, center, zoom up. Yeah. You multiply these four together. What if you don't? What if you just do camera? I just remove this. Ideally, this would just show you a top-down view, and I would be so happy. Not really. That actually required a decent amount of work, but you're seeing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's. Yeah, you're definitely seeing nothing. Camera.camera. It's definitely the like. Camera matrices and projection matrices, the same thing. Matrices, projection, matrices, enter. Camera matrix, also known as the view matrix. It's camera matrix that represents the transposition of points and orients in the 3D world. It is used to transform the coordinates of objects in the world space to camera space, also called view space or eye space. In this space, the camera is located at the origin. The view direction is aligned with one of the axes, and the projection matrix is responsible for transforming the coordinates of objects on 2D representation on the screen, known as normalized device coordinates. Yeah, no, that all makes sense. That all fits my models. So why is this orthographic projection so stinking bad? Summary of the camera. The coordinates of the world space to camera space with camera space to 2D screen space. Yeah, no, this all makes sense. These matrices are used sequentially in the rendering pipeline, with the camera matrix being applied first, followed by the projection matrix. So I think there's something that is implicitly assumed about our camera, like about the arcball like orbiter, that is incompatible with orthographic projections, which is why it looks so bad. Why this isn't working. We do want to uncomment that. Delete this line. Delete all these lines. Reload. All fine and dandy. Even isolate a layer. If you take a gander. And then it just gets messed up. Maybe this is some like aspect ratio thing. I don't know. I really don't know. But the zoom here, making it weird, this is concerning. I think this might be what's messing us up. Because aren't you like viewing from... You're viewing from a camera which is infinitely distant with an orthographic projection. Yeah. More thinking is required. I'm not sure I'm going to do that thinking tonight. So this might be the end of the stream. So sad. Alright, well, thank you to everyone who tuned in. I don't know who I'm saying this to. Probably just whoever watches this on the VOD. But hopefully I'll do this like at least once or twice a weekend. Bye-bye.